So your glutes might be strong, but they may not be helping you as much as you think. If your low back, your hamstrings, your knees, if they bother you, then guess what? This video is gonna be for you, because you know what? If you've been training hard and you've been noticing those areas are stiff and sore, but you don't really notice your glutes, well, you may have a timing issue. And guess what? Today I'm gonna teach you those simple things and get right into it on how you can help yourself. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Bradbury, family corrective chiropractor here in Georgetown, Ontario, Canada. And this is our practice, One Life Family Chiropractic. If you've ever noticed your low back, maybe your knees, your hamstrings are really sore, but you don't quite notice your glutes and you don't quite notice them, you don't even think they're turning on. Guess what? Today I'm going to teach you some simple things on how you can help improve the timing with those muscles and how you can help learn to cue them that much better. Of course, if you're just tuning in, I love doing what I'm doing. I love sharing the message with you. Take a moment so we can interact some more. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure down the road we can interact. I can help you out. Oftentimes I see it as it's a timing issue. And guess what? Your low back, your hip flexors, your knees may be taking the brunt of it. And especially if you're like most and you're sitting all day, slouched over, and your nervous system's under stress, and you have poor spinal motion and potentially nerve irritation. And today, guess what? I'm going to teach you how to improve that firing pattern. And step one, maybe you feel your glutes during exercise, but when you're doing simple tasks like carrying the groceries or climbing the stairs, you notice your low back and your hamstrings and your knees even more. That may be a timing issue. And your glutes need to turn on before the movement starts to help stop that compensation. Step one, I want you to work on reducing some muscle tone. How you're going to do that? Well, you guessed it. You got your foam roller right here. You can work on your upper glute. You may find some of these areas have trigger points. They're really sensitive. Focus on your breathing. I'll work on my glute med. I'll come down just like this. More on the side at the top of your glute. And you may find these areas really sensitive. So hang out there. And then I'll even get onto my hip flexor, which all that sitting, combined with the stress, well, guess what? You may notice it extra tight and stiff. So what I'll do is I'll actually hang out like this, and I'll even flex my knee to put some more tension to that front line. So that's step one, reducing some muscle tone, and a simple thing that you can get started on. You can literally, if you enjoy working out, start your workouts like this and just focus on breathing. When it's sensitive, what I do is I focus on breathing out longer than in. So 4 seconds out and 2 seconds in. Step two is training the timing while you're loading. And what I want you to do is just be especially aware of how you load and the timing. Do it controlled on the way down. And what you're going to do is just do drills like this. What I want you to do, hips up in the air, squeeze your glutes, and focus on coming down to a count of 3. So I'd come up 1 second, pause for 3 seconds, and then down to a count of 3. As you progress, one leg up, down to a count of 3. And just get used to knowing how that glute moves. These are really important as well, especially if you go into workout. Great ways to warm up. Squeeze, 3 seconds, and then down to a count of 3. You're going to work on 8 to 10 reps on each side, but again, controlling the load and the timing and getting used to really feeling your glutes and your hamstrings work together with your low back. But especially important, take some notes. I'm going to be digging my big toes into the ground when I do these. Just give me some feedback. And I'm going to be focused on the controlled lower phase. As you progress it, what you can do is actually just like this, the march, getting used to, again, I dig my big toes in the ground, getting used to feeling my glutes, great warm-up activation exercises, and great way to teach you how to improve that timing with your glutes again. And of course, I want you to practice some basic hip hinging. When you stand up, I really want you to focus on how you're going to go about picking things up throughout the day. So the most basic version in helping improve that timing is focus on bum back, shoulder blades engaged halfway, and I'm digging my big toes in the ground and then squeezing my glutes to come up. Again, notice how my shoulders are slightly engaged. I come up just like this, and I'm going to work in that rep range of 8 to 10. And when I come up and extend my hips, I'm squeezing my bum for that 1 second contraction. I spend about 3 to 4 seconds going down, and I'm really noticing that cue from my glutes and I'm really putting the focus on digging my big toes in the ground, squeezing my glutes to come back up, pausing, contracting, and knowing when my glutes are moving and firing, which carries over to how you move, pick up your groceries, pick up your kids, and all those fun things you want to do. Now, as we go into step 3, integrating timing into real movement and your athletic days, I want you to start by something simple, some single leg work. And all you're going to do is just find a surface. You can do 18 inches, roughly 18 to 20 inches, and you're going to do what's called a step up. So what I'm going to do is step up like this, and when I engage my foot, I'm going to dig my big toe down and really use my glute to stand straight up. So I'm going to go like this and back down. And when you're in the beginning phase, I'd start doing all one leg. And some simple cues that I have found useful, well, big toe down. Make sure your knee does not buckle in. Pushing it slightly out, that's going to help you cue your glute. And I'll stand up, just like this. Do 8 to 10 on one side, and then switch sides. Step up's a great way to help integrate some single leg work to help get that timing with the real world. And if you have some athletic pursuits, great thing to work on. You start with 18 to 20 inches. You can start with 12 inches if you want. Just start with being explosive, taking your time coming down and really focusing on controlling that knee, not letting it drop inward towards the body, but staying out and going from there. Now, my next more advanced version, well, guess what? I'm going to be working on the single leg deadlift. This one, cueing your glutes, this is going to be a great one in terms of carrying over. If you're picking up your little person from their bed awkwardly, or picking up and reaching for something in the car, guess what? Again, I'm focused on big toe down and shifting my hips back, kicking my legs straight back, and I'm working on a 3 to 5 second eccentric, so the way down, and a 1 second up. And you're working in that rep range of 5 to 6 good reps on each side. As you progress it, you can add some weight in your hands, but I would start just with the body weight movement. Great way. Step up single leg work, and of course a single leg deadlift with the arms out to help with the balance, helping coordinate the balance, but also teaching you to train your glutes to fire, to help be your prime movers, so you can get more out of life. And if you've been noticing those things like your knees, your hip flexors, your low back, well, guess what? This is probably the things you're going to want to work on to help improve your glute time and to get more out of life. And of course, as you work on these things, don't forget about the health of your spine and nervous system. Many people will come in, they've done all these wonderful things, meaning they've done the exercise portion, they've done the exercise, they've walked, they've done the muscle tone work with the soft tissue ball or the foam roller, but guess what? They haven't addressed the health of their spine and nervous system. And that one component is often the X factor. Help them get more out of life. And remember, some of the areas you're going to feel, and some of the areas you're going to have no idea about. That's why it's so important to get tested to know what's going on the inside. And many people, they may have low back challenges, but also they're shifted in the nerves that irritate in their upper neck, which is going to be a factor in how you move and perform. And the whole system has to work together for you. So glute timing is critically important. Your nervous system plays a big role. Corrective chiropractic is going to play a big role in helping you thrive and get back on track. And oftentimes it's the X factor. So consider it. And remember, I want you to be consistent. Start with something that you know you can stick with. Build yourself out a little plan with what I've just given you and go from there. And of course, if you tuned in and you loved it, or you enjoyed it at least, take a moment, subscribe, like. That's the only way the message helps reach more people in terms of helping people understand their health means more function. More spinal health is important for more health. And I cannot do it alone, and that mission is big and extends far beyond these 4 walls. So thanks so much for your consideration. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there. And remember, you're far stronger, more resilient, and resourceful than you may be led to believe. Bye for now.